Alright, Slocky and stuff. I had pressed the button or the screen went off. It'd be times and stuff the screen go off and stuff, and the video still be going, and it'd be times and stuff where the screen go off and stuff, and I gotta put a part 2 on, right? But pretty much, you know, you know, I just want to prove to you and stuff why the chance is still be there and whatnot and stuff, and practice make perfect. So what you failed one time and stuff, you'll be able to fix it, or you'll be able to do it better and stuff the next time it go around. But Lord willing and stuff, that this be the last Passover and stuff, or the next Passover that actually comes, be the Passover where Yahweh Shai returns and beams us up. You know what I'm saying? Unless or you found as one of the first fruits and whatnot and stuff. Matter of fact, this is the beginning of the first fruits. You know what I'm saying? This is this is the holiday of the first fruit. I mean, the holy day of the first fruits. You know what I'm saying? And it was back to back and stuff, showing that guess what? Prophecy it's going to become more and more rapid and whatnot and stuff, showing that the days are getting short and stuff for who? The elect's sake, you know. So this is Psalms 32 and verse 1. It says a psalm of David. It says, Master, blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, because that's all that matters. It says whose sin is covered, right? So part of our sins being forgiven and covered, even if it's predestined and whatnot, it's going to be based off the acts and the works and stuff that we do according to what the scriptures say and stuff that would cause us to be found blameless. Verse 2, it says, Blessed is the man unto whom the Lord Yahweh Shai imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile. Verse 5, it says, I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and my iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord. Right? Scripture talk about how you can confess to your brother or you confess to the Lord. It says, and then if you confess to your brother and stuff, you want to confess to someone and stuff that you know and stuff that won't be a talebearer, meaning that they going around and stuff talking about can you keep a secret when they supposed to keep the secret in the first place. It says, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sins, Salah, right? Which we all hope, the sure mercies of King David, right? It said, for this shall every one that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. It says, thou art my hiding place. Verse 7, it says, thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. It says, thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance, Salah. Verse 11, it says, be glad in Yahweh by Shemi Shai, and rejoice, ye righteous. It says, and shout for joy, all ye that are upright in heart. You know, and the main thing is stuff that we shout for joy for and stuff that guess what? There's still a chance. The chance is still there. You know, right? There's various individuals and whatnot and stuff that would love to see me fall and whatnot, who would love for me and stuff to not prevail and whatnot and stuff, right? And it's like a good thing, a good riddance and stuff is not up to them. You know what I'm saying? It's up to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai is given the book of judgment and whatnot and stuff to declare judgment upon the Israelites. And as it says in, matter of fact, I'll close off with that. This is First Peter chapter 4, verse 17. Right? It says, this First Peter 4 and 12. It says, we love, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh Shai Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. It says, if ye be reproached, mean ashamed, for the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of power rested upon you. It says, on their part is evil spoken of. It says, but on your part he is glorified. It says, but let none of your suffer, but let none of you suffer as a murderer. It's talking about continuous. It says, or as a thief, talking about continuous, or as an evildoer, talking about continuous. It says, or as a busybody in other men's matters, talking about continuous, being nosy. You know what I'm saying, right? Verse 16, it says, yet if any man suffer as a Christian goes into anointed, Christ goes into anointed or chosen, you know what I'm saying, a follower of the chosen. You know what I'm saying, right? It says, who's the first chosen? Yahweh Shai, and the many men that we read and stuff, but guess what? They could be here today. You know what I'm saying, right? It says read about and stuff, or the women that we read about and stuff who are righteous women and stuff can be here today, right? 1 Peter 4:16, it says, yet if any man or woman suffer as a Christian, you know what I'm saying, or a follower of the chosen, it says, let him not be ashamed. It says, but let him glorify Yahweh on this behalf. Verse 17, it said, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. It says, if it first begin at us, meaning those and stuff who are aware and who know and stuff other scriptures, the circumcision. It says, what, and guess what? You could be of the circumcision, you could be circumcised at heart, you know what I'm saying, even though you're not an apostle, prophet, teacher, or an evangelist, even though you're not in a position and stuff to teach, you know what I'm saying, you know, this word and stuff on the highways and byways, in season, out of season, all manner of weather, you know what I'm saying, right? You know, say if you're just a believer and whatnot and stuff, part of the circumcision and stuff is the fact that you understand this word, you know what I'm saying, you know, right? Right, so it says, verse 17, it says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. If it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? The gospel goes into good news. Verse 18, it says, if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? You know what I'm saying? If they don't convert. Right, verse 19, it says, wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh by Shemiah Shai commit the keeping of their souls to him in well doing as unto a faithful creator, which is Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? By Shemiah Shai Habrakakradash. You know what I'm saying? So with that being the case and whatnot, I hope this video was edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shemiah Shai Habrakakradash. Double honors to apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom, wa Baba Kwam Yasharala.